Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mine's 54. Mine's 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he hits the former Saint, Jimmy Graham. A gain there of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Come on. You better bring it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 39-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There we go.
2nd and 9 now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
He'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, check it out. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
4 down. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 54. Watch the run. They're running it.
On play action, they'll throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down.
Black 22. Johnny. Slam.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Like 22, he's coming. Check.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, watch the lane. Mike 22. Time to go. Night. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch out.
They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
You got easy.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action. Winston. That'll be complete to Cook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Right here, right here. Green, triple T.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to go for a big play down. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, stop.
To throw is Winston. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. What's good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
22, back 22. Hatch it. Check 24, check 24. Wide, get wide.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On second and 12, Winston, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Even. Hey, here we go.
First down, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Running with Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip it. Check out route.
Jameis to throw it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
56 is the mic. Watch twist. 56 is Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I smell fear in that.
Off the toss, Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down, Chicago.
Shut 53. Watch 56. Check 24.
On first down, Bowser. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. Before the base. 54. All day. All day. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. It's 3. It's 3. Short. Go. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Ready.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Don't say nothing. 3.
On the ground, Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Play fake. Winston. He's got his target. It's Cobb. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety flip it. Green, triple team.
Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20. 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better.
And my goodness, another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they...
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room. Watch the safety creep. Check 52. Check. Hey, let's get him for Berkeley. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Again, it's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this. The ball comes out. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready. Blue 80. Mike is good. Hey,
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Wiggles free. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he's looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is...
Honey,